The Israel-Iran war has reached a terrifying new peak, and the world is now holding its breath. On June 13, 2025, Israel launched its most aggressive assault yet, Operation Rising Lion, targeting Iran's core military and nuclear infrastructure. In a coordinated, multi-phase airstrike, over 200 Israeli jets, including F-35s and F-15s, bombarded more than 100 critical sites deep within Iranian territory. These included nuclear enrichment facilities in Natanz and Isfahan, missile development bases in Tabriz, and even key intelligence buildings in Tehran. Backed by Mossad sabotage efforts and internal drone attacks, the strikes were devastating. At least 224 Iranians were killed, including top IRGC leaders such as Hossein Salami, Mohammad Bagheri, and nuclear scientists tied to Iran's atomic program. Over 1,200 people were wounded, and civilian casualties were high. In Tehran, panic spread as oil depots erupted in flames, and more than 100,000 people fled the city, clogging roads in fear of further strikes. Iran responded with fury. Within 48 hours, it launched Operation True Promise 3, its largest direct assault on Israel to date. Over 150 ballistic missiles, including new hypersonic weapons, and more than 100 drones were fired toward Israeli cities. Explosions rocked Tel Aviv, Haifa, Bat Yam, Tamra, and areas near Jerusalem. In Bat Yam, 9 civilians were killed, among them, children as young as 8. Haifa's power station was struck and set ablaze. In Tamra, missiles hit a residential block, killing 4 women and injuring more than 20 others. Israeli air defenses like the Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow 3 intercepted many of the incoming projectiles, but not all. Across the country, families rushed into bomb shelters, terrified of what might come next. The death toll in Israel stands at over 14, with hundreds wounded and infrastructure severely damaged. Meanwhile, diplomacy is faltering. At the G7 summit in Canada, Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz called for unity, urging nations to step in and halt nuclear escalation before it spirals beyond control. But hopes for peace dimmed when it was revealed that Israel had allegedly planned to assassinate Iran's supreme leader, a move only stopped at the last minute by pressure from the United States, with President Trump stating the U.S. does not target heads of state without imminent threat. Despite this restraint, peace talks between Iran and the U.S. in Oman have collapsed. Iran has refused any negotiations until Israeli aggression stops. Jordan has closed its airspace, European embassies are evacuating staff, and the EU Council is scrambling to prevent a regional meltdown. The situation is volatile. New reports suggest Iran is deploying longer-range drones, while Israel prepares for another wave of retaliatory strikes. Civilians are the ones caught in the middle, displaced, grieving, and afraid. This is no longer a shadow war. It is full-scale confrontation between two nations with deep grievances and deadly capabilities. The red lines are vanishing, and every hour could tip the balance toward a broader regional conflict, or even a global one. If this update shook you, please like, subscribe, and share. Let the world hear these voices. Drop a comment. Do you believe peace is still possible? Or is this just the beginning of something worse? Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Stay informed. And most importantly, stay human.